Hello, welcome to the third episode of Askees and Coffee, where you send me questions and I answer them while having coffee. But I don't have it right now, it's being made, so let me just, I'm coming. So I wanted to start today by giving out a disclaimer. When I answer your questions, these answers are not one size fits all. We all have different contexts, we have different experiences, and sometimes these answers just do not apply, or not all of it applies. And that's why you actually should speak to someone. If some of these questions resonate with you in a deep level and you're going through similar things, and that person could be me. In the description, you're able to set up an appointment to have a session with me. All my sessions are virtual. I have 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and an hour. Book now and try it for yourself. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe things could be all right once again. Good. Coffee solved. Today's question is, how do you help someone who's dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts? So one of the tough things about helping anybody who is struggling with depression or sharing with you that they have suicidal thoughts is that you as the individual feel some type of way. Like you feel like this is so life and death situation, how do I help? And we can very quickly want to play savior and at times sound very dismissive by trying to just encourage this person about all the good things in their life. And you shouldn't kill yourself, you should be grateful. I mean, look at the things you have. Why are you being weird? Like there can be a very judgmental tone in the way that we do things, because of the fact that when I hear a friend of mine or a family member or the person I'm in a relationship share with me something so heartbreaking, something that makes you feel incredibly powerless. Like if you could have all the power in the world, you would take away that fear, you would take away those thoughts, you would take away that desire, you would take away the depression, but you realize you can't take it away. So you end up just saying things that you probably regret afterwards because you realize, yeah, I didn't do enough listening. So the first thing is let them know that you care. Be grateful and tell them that you are happy that they're telling you, that they're trusting you with something so scary for them. They're being vulnerable to you. That then means that you actually have to listen, Like you have to listen with an empathetic ear. So that means you are actually trying to understand. You are trying to put yourself in their shoes. That then means that you will less likely say something dumb, say something insensitive, because you're not talking yet. You're listening. Whatever talking you would do would be you making sure you understand what they're saying. So it's a neat little trick of repeating what they've just said in the way that you heard them. So it's stuff like, so I hear that you've been feeling like there's no point for a while. Am I correct? So what you're doing again is making sure that you aren't yet giving your opinion. You are ensuring that you fully understand what your friend is going through. After you've listened, you can ask for more clarity, ask more questions, ask for how long they felt like this, ask if they felt like this before, and if they felt like this before, did it change? What made it change then? What is this time different to the last time? You're just asking for clarity. Then comes the next step of explaining to them that you want to support them, but they will have to guide you on how to do it. But be careful to not overpromise, to not try and be a hero and say you'll be there for them every day, you'll call them whenever they need you, they must just shout. Like, don't say stuff that you won't be able to maintain. And I'll tell you why. Because the minute you overpromise and are unable to be a support structure to them, it confirms to them why they don't mean anything, why they are worthless, why they're a burden. Because even after they told someone, how they felt this person couldn't step up. This person, instead of being there, is avoiding. Do you see how it can be so linked if you overpromise and underdeliver? So when you're saying that you'll be there for them, you must be very cautious that you're creating a very clear boundary and being realistic about how can you be there for them. And then encourage them to speak to a professional. Tell them that you take them incredibly serious. And it's so serious that you know that you are not fit to help them process everything. You will play the role of a friend, of a sibling, of a lover, whatever it is that you are to them, and you'll support. But you can't be part of the fixing. You want to be part of the support. And that if this stuff is harming them to a point where they feel like there's no point to live, maybe they must speak to a professional, and you can offer to play the middleman. You can offer to help them express this, maybe to family, to whoever needs to support in getting these services. And that way then you are being an advocate, and you are being an ally, instead of someone who is going to say, I'm going to save you, I'm going to help you do everything possible, because you're not that. And then obviously after that, try to follow up. It's important that immediately after you've spoken to someone and they've said and shared such, intricate things and such vulnerable things about what they're going through, that you follow up. A text message, a call, a check-in. In that way, it shows that they haven't scared you away, because that's obviously a fear they have, that they scared you away. They told you their problems and now you're avoiding them, because that's what can happen internally. And then after that, for those of us who are believers, it's important to also pray, because we are powerless, incredibly powerless, and we are also filled with fear that you may be the last person they spoke to and then they do something to themselves, and that you'll feel guilty. So pray and support. What you should continue to work hard on is making sure you don't take any of these things personal, especially when their depressive state makes them maybe lash out at you or say things that they probably don't mean. Don't take those things personal. It's not about you right now. And also don't own the fact that they said they want to kill themselves, and now think if you've done nothing, or because you played more of a support role, then they're going to kill themselves and it'll be your fault. No, you are not so special that you caused the harm. By them being able to share with you, it tells you that they see you as someone they can trust. So don't take it personal. And yeah, don't try and fix them. Don't try and think your role is to give them advice. You're not a professional. So your advice is less about what's trying to fix them, but your advice is about leading them towards owning the fact that they want to get help. Let's look for people who say they specialize in helping. Because I want to specialize in being your friend. I want to specialize in being your partner. I want to specialize in being your sibling. I want to specialize in being your teacher. And for me to play my role perfectly, because you will need me to play that role, let's find those who specialize in helping you play their role. So if you found this video helpful, do the right thing, guys. Subscribe, press like, leave a comment, send more questions. Maybe with this channel, once it gets to 500 subscribers, who knows, maybe I can convince those people there by 2DP to actually put together a film we've been waiting. Anyway, let's remember to love God, love people, and losers unite.